Hello ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all had a good day. Today I'll be reading some poetry, nothing too fancy, just simple stuff, and I hope you'll enjoy it. I'll be going through a few poems I wrote for my... well, those are the 10 poems I'd like to put together, translate, and actually give illustration for. So I figured this could be actually kind of nice to read it and figure out my stuff, make sense of what should be first and what should be last and stuff like that. So I guess that will be tome 1. Okay. 29, yeah. Hellish birthday. Time unravels as a burning candle, as my eyes are shut. The moment passes, reminding me of full hourglasses when grains of sand were easy to handle. In the darkness, it lights the path ahead, taking me further than I could have been led. I open my eyes, and it's halfway through. A song broke the silence as my breath blew. The older I get, the more candles burn. For each of them, I look into the past, to days in which everything was to yearn. The world was a playground and very vast. With each grain of sand comes a memory, and soon I, myself, am the piling sand. And the memory becomes reverie. Light as the lifeline from my palm's hand soon vanishes, and the song slowly ceases, leaving me a strange sensation of peace. Damn, I look like crap today. Oh. Okay, let's figure this out. There we go. I look a little less like crap. Okay, poem number 2. Hellish Nightmare. As the incendiary tongues reaches me, burning flames turns all my past to ashes. Sparking from a hellish wall as flashes, it lives on devouring all memory. Soon the air is fiery smoldering smoke, and the fumes are so warm it burns it all. It turns my eyesight grey until I choke. My breath strangled by lack of air, I fall. As slowly as I lose cognizance, I see turn to ashes all providence. Torching all fire takes life of its own, and soon it flourishes, and it's all grown. It licks my skin, burns my hair, turns me blind, goes to my soul till there's nothing to find. It leaves nothing, but ruins and rubbles bright, till all that's left is fire in my sight. Reminding me one last time of it all, the combustion grows all so very tall, that even laying down I lose my ground. Soon, with no air, there's not even a sound. My home and my mind become a furnace, and that ardent heat replaces my heart, as if myself of this house was the heart from which those flames came for my last embrace. Okay, let's see how bad everything's going. Yeah, it's going pretty bad. Damn, my hard drive is dropping like a fly. Why? Okay, well, whatever. How don't understand. I'm not downloading anything. Feel like it's Discord. Anyway, whatever. Oh, damn. Okay, let's see. There we go. Okay. So, my next poem. To goodness. If the past doesn't exist anymore, and the hereafter hasn't come to be yet, the present would be everything therefore, and everything could always be reset. It matters not to follow everyone, nor to compete to beat everyone else. It matters not that one has lost or won. All that matters is to help those in distress. There is no being better or normal, nor such thing as always acting formal. There is only helping without bias, even if everyone else defies us. There aren't apologies or thankfulness that could replace fair acts towards others. When all around there is no more kindness, help others by doing for them wonders. Wonders will always be what is needed. It won't be what is vainly desired. It will be simple acts that once seeded will grow into what's really required. Yet one has to do and not just observe, or even worse, to simply ignore it. Even then, praising should not be deserved, as no one should ever be a misfit. It isn't that there are no heroics, but no one should ever be in distress. I would rather be completely stoic and have all receiving human progress. Okay, let's see for the second poem. After all's gone, all that is left is knowledge. Even as my throat is under death's side, and I feel my breath sliced by its edge, I see what splits the past from sentence as light. The runes fall into deafening crashes, and the smouldering leftovers are gone. Soon, even the rubbles become ashes. All is gone, and what's left has crashed down. Still, the memory of it all is fresh. Where now there is nothing left, I can see thousands of dead standing alive in the flesh, calling for their memory, for their home and their ruined city. Memory may fail, but knowledge keeps on. Perhaps one day all will be forgotten. Ignorance under some veil may creep on, and our secret garden soon be rotten. However, as long as there will be skills, mentors and students to teach or learn, and for education a feeling of thrill, even when there is nothing, hope returns. Okay. Don't let me burn. May this fiery fate have mercy on me. May its fire never swallow me whole, as if it was a hellish tsunami that will burn me in my thousand rolls, burning everything till I be left sole, just conscious enough to see my failing. Don't let everything I am be its call, and my last word be a lasting wailing. Don't take everything before my demise. Don't let me watch over and over my end and leave me to agonize, till even my memory be a blur in that hellish furnace of an instant, instead of my lifetime now too distant. Liberate me from this endless hell. Liberate me from those burning shackles, so I shan't turn into a lifeless shell. Under this heat, don't let my mind crackle. A flash fire is burning my memories. My thoughts gone, no, my mind starts to crackle. Under the heat of hurtful sensory, my nerves feel like being blocked and tackled. Next poem I'll be reading is an ode to life. It's called To Live. To be alive and to live, just to live. To live for everyone and everything, and be there for them to live to give. To live for parents and our offspring. To live, to do well for the afterlife. And every day do God's worshipping. To live so everyone around can thrive. And with love soon have an engagement ring. To live for discovery on itself, for reason or none, and to be amazed at each breakthrough achieved from a bookshelf. To live, to uncover all in one's gaze. To live, to feel the warmth of being loved. To live, because to die would be useless, even if life is as useless thereof. To live, especially as it's senseless. To live for pleasure, whatever that is. To live for hope, by despair or revenge, like I do a self-analysis. To survive at all cost, dug in a trench. To live, to survive until all is gone. To look in the past, present and future, and to live for it all, until all's gone, till all my wounds, one by one, till all my wounds, one by one, are sutured. To live at any and all price or cost. To live, whatever one has to do to survive through the Holocaust, to survive through worst time till a breakthrough. Okay. So, let's see, what else will I read? Damn, I need some water. Be right back. Hell's present. I am nothing and there is nothing left. Past, soon be gone, does not persist through time. Days forgotten are just like knowledge's depth, except for the fact that they aren't crimes. If the future hasn't come to be yet, then really it might never come to be. Days to come never might have they offset, nor all hopes become actuality. Thus the future isn't reality. Hopes are merely thoughts that may or may not come to be, but there aren't any guarantees that we will achieve whatever we sought. All that matters is that dreadful present, constantly actual and solely real. Our existence was never really meant to pre-exist or persist through time's wheel. We are but dreamers living a nightmare that we, poor soul, have conceived for ourselves. For more time, we beg and do few prayers, while we're but pages in a bookshelf. The spinning of time. The spinning of time never ends. They prime so far, they legends. The stars ascend and descend, and our comprehension transcends. Time unravels itself as cloud, being Time unravels itself as cloud, being abstract and concrete both. We go from born to soon be trod, and we forget our birth and growth. In the first day we bury our time, there's no consequences to our crimes. Every day's just another rhyme, and we become more and more grime. Then after years, time wears us down. Every single little thing makes us frown, and soon by problem we feel drowned. We leave our crown to become clowns, running after a spinning clock. We sail from horizon to dock at any place, be it a rock or a treasure island with stock. But time never slows down or stops. It falls down as rain, drops by drops. The hopes of the unsatisfied. The better days were yesterday. Time unravels a story play, yet remembrance long called away never belongs and never stay. Those better time may never last, further in past they always cast memories away in a blast, making me want to run so fast no one could ever make me stop. True and round I always hop, up and down towards furthest top, so high there's nothing left but to drop. Yeah. So, let's see. What type of poem should I read? Something pretty. Oh, I guess there was something I wanted to do. Okay. Dead man walking. Dead man walking falls in the void. Drops dead in lights. Dead man walking falls into void. Drops dead in land of life devoid. There's nothing left but him destroyed by all his life flashback annoyed. Those memories are subjective to everything that's additive. Even when memory's attentive, the past will always be captive. Good days never last. Bad days are endless, however. They are like eternal fevers, making us hopeless believers. Only Stoics can fight. Only the one who loses everything can really appreciate the value. Only he can really use its strengths to perceive from all things the real value. Even when life becomes surreal for him, he will make out that objects are things. From concrete to abstract, in a scheme, he'll see what's loyalty from worshipping. Only he who loses his well-being can really value others and their health. Whatever's maintained of their remaining, he will perceive the true worth of their wealth. One can only run so long prior hiding. One can hide so long before being found. As a conclusion, there will be fighting. That's why one should always choose battlegrounds. There is no hiding from being hunted, as prey and hunters are one of the same. Eventually, one has to confront their own enemy and play the game. Defeat is acceptable with survival. Sustenance is essential to living. Safety is crucial for survival, even when foes' acts are unforgiving. I'm so important. The nature of things doesn't exist, or sentience itself is an illusion. Nature, that created us, can't persist under the pressure of our confusion. We pretend that we are more than we are. We call for individuality, friends, and freedom, but no matter how far we end, there's always a finality. Our sentience is a mistake from nature. We pretend to be oh so important that we need to justify our failure, and how easily all is forgotten by accepting in our heart the deceit that for some reason we're more important, that we do not depend on our heartbeat, that to me everything is in accordance, that for some reason our crimes are destined, that God is always looking for us, for some greater reason, that I'm predestined, when really my sentience is superfluous. Time is meaningless. Seconds are like minutes that are like hours. Hours are like days that are like weeks and months. They have a way to unleash their power and race through months to years in front. 1 second can last an eternity, not only in causality's ripple, but also in moral's infirmity, or even as physically crippled. Years can be like 1 second, forever stuck on my arrows from my pocket watch, while all my life could feel like garbage truck and life itself was drawings from Rorschach. In the end, seconds are part of the void. Soon years can be decades and centuries, and dead endings grape can't be avoided. Life itself is so penitentiary. Or death is not really liberation. The knowledge that every person we love will suffer from life and death's rotation is a reminder of what we get rid of. When what we get rid of is our own self, by lying to the point of believing everything that comes from any bookshelf, every second and worse, can be deceiving. What are you keeping that you can't discard? What has not been burned or taken away? What is it that makes you hold on so hard to the remembrance of long-gone spring days? Can't you see that all the light that is left does not find its source in forgotten days, but in smoldering sight from what's bereft, that all that is left in you is the gunman. You, writer, gave you quill pen for a gun. They took away all, your words and your muse, and now all that is left is your ghastly run. Like everything inside you became ooze. What you hold on so hard, so close to you, is a lie that you have told yourself. That bait as a mirage. That bait is a mirage. Is a mirage. Mirage. That bait is a mirage that you pursue from midnight to midday, from noon to 12. Can never be attained. So why hold on? Why not just Why not just let yourself move on in hell? Why don't you just remove all past liaison and accept that there is nowhere left to dwell? I get tired of reading. Wow, it's not easy. Right. Let's have a tiny little break of a few seconds and modify these things. Yeah. Tablet bow. What's going on? So why am I on Skyrim? That's it. Oh gosh. Just chatting. Obviously nobody's gonna join if I'm on the wrong thing. Reading poetry. Let's see. Oh, and I should also verify my computer. It's been buggy. Been losing... Yeah, I've been losing gigabytes by the minute. Jesus Christ. Why does these things work so badly? And I'm again on... Oh man. Okay. Perhaps I should just give up. Let's see. Well, I'll just read another poem and we'll see how that goes. Exile. Every little part of my soul has crumbled, like a ruined temple from forgotten times, from full construction to walls in rubbles. The fire that torched it was not a crime. My mind itself has gone to the dark void. I watch the emptiness that surrounds me. My spirit was a plaything with which I toyed until the arrival of the banshee. No, life's a series of Polaroid, filled with ghosts with no hope of escape. I feel the pain like a hemorrhoid and the dizziness like a syncope. All that I was the sum of my past. My past is gone. There's nothing left of me. One single second is left unsurpassed. One that burns away my family tree. First, take away my future, then my past. When that is done, Leave me for death's desire. She will take care of it all. If outcast by all, the ones I knew before the fire, then the fate will even be worse than death, as there is nothing worse than be exiled, like I was no one from my own homestead. Pretty soon, everyone will be hostile. So, my next poem. I'm gonna need a second. Oh gosh. I'm gonna have a smoke too. Sorry for the younglings and the ones that don't like smoke. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I managed to change that in the meantime. Yeah, there we go. Now I'm on the category conversation, and my video is called reading poetry. That's good, I can deal with that. Okay. Anyway, so my next poem, Opening Hell's Gate. No, screams the tormented while seeing Hell's Gate. It appears as though he is in the void, and Hell's Gate is red from heats radiated. No, no, no! He begs while hearing decoyed sounds like the screaming of all his past life that's suddenly about to be destroyed. He thinks one last time of his child and wife, prior letting Hell's finger be deployed. Once the gate is opened, it can't be closed. Behind it, Hell unheard has come to be. In an instant, to heat, he is exposed. No, no, he exclaims in a string of plea. He's blinded by smoke's explosion, then can see fire rise beyond the smoke. Time takes its time. It goes in slow motion. Lack of air and extreme heat makes him choke. Run! Run away! Fire! Fire! Go! He cries while he himself refuses to go. Suddenly, the roll of flames seems to flow all around him, while the smoke seems to glow, and the demons are released from Hell's Gate. Everything burns away before his eyes. In Hell, he's about to suffocate. By Hell's fire, he sees it all carbonize. He falls on his knee and screams, "No, no, no!" Following this, his hair is caught on fire. It don't matter. He hears from down below electric wire backlashed into barbed wire. The fire comes from the roof and from the floor and from that gate, which really was a door. Everything burns, even the clothes he wore. As he dies, it don't matter anymore. There is a man always on the lookout, always waiting for something to happen, fearing sleep and every kind of blackout, expecting any kind of mishappen. That man listens to all conversations, but never shares to anyone his thoughts. He'd rather be in total isolation. If not, he looks for signs prior to onslaught, never to freeze, ready for fight or flight, preferably to fight on his own terms. He's got either too much or no foresight, even ready to clean himself of germs. He doesn't look at his past or future. Set for anything, he has no more pride. His flesh and mind are covered with suture. He constantly waits for what will ignite anything in his close environment. Hopeless, he looks only to the present, which is the source of his torment, like an endless heat-swallowing tailed serpent. Fearless, he has only apprehension for any type of following action. His constant prevention leads to tensions. He feels like there is no comprehension. His options always feel like they are bad. For that, he covers himself in steel clad. I don't know what's worse. Anyway. Okay, so my next poem. Oh, by the way, the last poem was called The Paranoid. It's basically about a man that is on the lookout. So, my next poem is called My Own Demon. Just as the seconds passes, my heart pounds. I feel some kind of demon ripping through my ribcage, that is its jail, making sounds of running steps like the devil's pursuit. I know I should run or fight, but I freeze. How could I ever face my own demon, when my heart, my regret, I can't appease? He makes me feel like I'm its dark prison. Sometimes it roars of hatred and anger. Sometimes it's waiting for the right moment. Then with echoing sonorous clangor, it slashes me with vindictive torment. It makes me feel like It makes me feel like it is my jailer, when really it is locked in my prison. To this demon, I am its prisoner, even though this truth is beyond reason. Each pounding's louder than the precedent, each beating's faster than the one before, to the point of turning me irrelevant. Even as I beg For calm, I'm ignored. It's like it's waiting for my time to come. My heart is pouring blood through my thick veins. I'm overwhelmed by what I have become. No memory of my past self remains. I haven't transformed into my demon. Instead of this, I'm its favorite victim. I am waiting for its terrible treason, as I remain a screw from this system. Oh gosh, I forget how much of an effort it is to read for me. Okay, my next poem. A myriad of wishes go through his mind, but all wishes are out of his grasp. No magic lamp that he could ever find could grant him his wishes and make him gasp in awe before some divine miracle. Hope itself is just a lie we tell ourselves to feel like we are our own pinnacle. When in the present we should always dwell. Dreaming is as well an unconscious lie, because we never dreams of things we have. We remember past as asleep we lie. Time gone is part of what we couldn't save. We should always accept that all there is the present moment and nothing more. Time is void, just as it is part of his time to come in the void, just as before. I'm gonna change thematic and read you a few poems that I wrote this year, so I don't have to always read about fires and stuff like that. What would be your dream if you could choose what to dream? Imagine you could dream for any length of time, and you could choose any dream you would want to dream, lasting as long as another complete lifetime. What would be your dreams if you could choose what to dream? Imagine it could be anything you wanted, that you would be able to pick every theme, or that you could choose whatever outfit. Picture, you could be anything you want to be. All dreams are the very nature of our being. They are the one thing that can truly set us free, as even though we are dreamers, we're not sleeping. Our dreams define our nature and what we be. Always follow your dream. Always follow your dream. The bruising from all the trees' leaves sink in core, the voice of the wind. Some remain in disbelief, while red deer cries calling the hind. The wolves howl at the crescent moon, and the crows cloud the star-lit sky. The breeze sounding like a monsoon, a monsoon. The breeze sounding like a monsoon through the flutter of butterflies. All the spirits of the tree dance with the three druidesses from Wales. All three are women at first glance, and their white dress resembles sails. They are past, present, and future. The eternal cycle of rebirth comes and goes as untold rumors, secrets of the whispering earth. The winter and summer solstice dance around the first spring regions, whom, in harmonious injustice, spreads life and death through their seasons. The guy from up north was jogging. A day through different forest paths, he was running and walking if tired and needed his rest. In his campaign to become best, he runs side by side to strollers, cyclists, and the random walkers. His willpower and strength harnessed in his sole goal, one ambition that surpasses his deepest feeling, makes him run straight to his mission. At first, he may be just kneeling, but in the front line victorious, he raises his arms as he breathes. 'Tis the price of being glorious. He frees his mind and boosts his health. Another day he's in a racetrack, running to the podium faster, and even when he has setbacks and can only walk in pasture, he gets back on his feet and run for life, for the win, and for fun. Could every day be worse than the yesterdays? I'm sadder than yesterday, but not tomorrow. The nature of every day I try to appraise, while I endlessly roam through each day in a row. But the more I advance and the least it makes sense. The days pile on the days, each weighing heavier by the day, turning the future in present tense. Each day, I can see the present day deadlier. I cannot understand what happened to my past, yet I cannot see better days than yesterday. It's like I'm forever from my past an outcast. I remember my past home. I'm a castaway, a time traveler who can't return to his home. The more I try to get back, the further I get. It's like I don't know where I'm going, like I roam through time, knowing there's a danger, yet see no threat. And this one will be the last for tonight. I lay in the grass and look at the sky. The blue of the sky becomes a rainbow as the spirit opens through my third eye. While the sun disappears, rainbow last glows. It's dusk or perhaps dawn, I could not tell. I see her appear in the shapes of cloud. All swirls as if I'm on a carousel, and the world seems to be blurred by shrouds. Then she repaints the world with her colors. Cats and dogs all together surround her. Yet neither are tamed or wear a collar. The dogs eat from her hand, and the cats purr. For me, the universe is just a blur. Yet sometimes I dream about Rainbow Lass. If each single second seems to be years, I feel beneath my head the growth of grass, as I lay down beneath the star-lit sky and look at fluttering red butterflies. Okay, I'll give you one final one, and that will be it. Falling in a well from within which I see infinite timelines and realities all converging in one another, in overwhelming array of colors, I see the silhouette of Rainbow Lass, glittering from uncounted twinkling stars. It's like seeing her through the looking glass when by myself, and not find this bizarre. She makes me want to dance and sing around birthday songs that silence all other sound. Yet her voice is a gate to other worlds, and tells the stories of legends untold that if followed can lead us to treasures fitting to our own pleasures and measures. It's like she wants to share her inner thoughts, and with words inspire our inner hopes, connecting all dots as if all was wrought together in a kaleidoscope. Okay, this will be it for today's reading. I hope you have all enjoyed this and you had a good time. It lasted approximately an hour, and well, to me it was a lot of fun to share my poetry with you guys. Don't hesitate to follow my channel, follow my Discord, follow my YouTube. I'm sure you can find all the info on my Twitch channel or on whatever channel you are. And you can always reach out. I always enjoy making friends and getting to know new people. That said, I hope you have a good morning, good day, or good evening, wherever you are. Goodbye.